John Higgins with Best Choice Lending here with another tip on how to build your business, grow your brand, and generate leads. Today we're going to talk about CRM, or another way of saying database management. We know that we have to grow our database with genuine leads, buyer prospects, and listing prospects. If you don't already have a CRM or a database management tool, AgentMarketing has something to offer for you. Today's video will give you the basics on how to set up a contact management system and implement a few basic strategies. Enjoy.
Today we're going to talk about customer relationship management, or CRM as many of us know. And this is going to be part one of a part 3 series. As realtors, it's a big deal. We have to cultivate our prospects properly. We have to keep track of them, more importantly. I mean, how many people have you had fall through the cracks? I know I have, and I don't know, for those of you that have been in the business a while, I mean, years ago I had to do, pay someone a lot of money to have to redo my whole act and all that. But the problem with that is it wasn't interconnected with my marketing, so everything was manual, everything was a big drama. Well, it's our goal to try and tie in all of your marketing, all of your lead management, everything from your personal website to your property marketing to everything and beyond, and have that be in your CRM in one system, so it's simplified for you. So today we're going to talk about the CRM that we have in our system. Part 2, we'll talk about how to manage and edit it. And then part 3, we'll talk about the email drip system and all about adding campaigns and autoresponders and all sorts of exciting stuff. So the first thing I want to talk about is that, you really want to make sure in the CRM for our system that you set up the notifications. So the 4 things we'll talk about is setting up notifications. We'll talk about the dashboard of the CRM. We'll then talk about how you can add lists so that you can create filters, and then filtering. So pretty simple, 4 things. So let's get to it real quick. When you're in our system, okay, the first thing you want to do for the CRM is you want to click on the Leads Notifications tab. Under the Leads Notifications tab, this is where you manage your leads. So what you want to do is you want to actually edit and add whatever it is you want. So, for instance, you want to add your cell phone number here. So it's really easy. You just add it. And you want to add your email here, and then you want to press Save. Well, that was tough. And then once you do that, you're going to want to figure out which things, so you see all the different website contacts, everything, from the custom text codes, the self-generated lead campaigns. You want to figure out which you want to be notified by. If you want to be notified by email and text for everything, then I suggest you check everything. Here, you can add it to CRM or don't add it to CRM. Personally, I like adding everything to it, but you have the choice. Also, if you do have a different CRM like Top Producer, you could send it there. But since we have everything in our system today, we're going to talk about that. So you can easily just add it to CRM. If you want to notify another email, you can also put that in here. So you can blah, blah, blah. All right? And then lastly, you could tell it which email campaign to do. And we'll have another part on email campaigns, so don't worry about that. But you can have it literally go to an auto drip. And what that means is that when the prospect comes in, it literally not only notifies you at all the places you tell it, so it'll notify you by text, by the multiple emails. It'll also send it to whatever email campaign you want. So that's pretty cool. So if you need further help on this, you can always click on this little question mark. When you click on these question marks in the system, it takes you to our user guide. We've got all sorts of videos and information on the user guide. If we go to our client management page, this is a pretty cool dashboard that we've created. When you look at this dashboard, what's neat is that you'll notice, number 1, you see these notes. Well, these stand for actual notes in the system. So music notes, get it? So what we do is, so that way you can mouse over real quick if you forget. I used to generate thousands of prospects a month, and I know how we can forget, information about them as they come up in our calendar and our tasking and all that. So that's how we do it. So the first one's notes. Obviously, you have your date. This is their email. You can even sort, by the way, if you click on email, it'll sort it by email. You've got first name, last name. You can do that, too. You can sort by clicking on that. And then, of course, phone number and a really cool feature called groups. So that's the dashboard function. The dashboard has a quick overview with notes, and you could do quick sorts, and you can basically get a quick visual. If you want to see more on the page, you could simply put more in the page and that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. So next we're going to talk about lists. Well, how do you create lists for your CRM? Well, you click on the lists here, and what's neat is you'll notice different things. You'll notice a status list, A priority list, motivation, task, and group. So I'm going to start with group because I really like this function. You can actually add groups like seller, buyer, so you can call your prospects whatever you like. You can have multiple groups, so that's why you can have also different things they come from. So you can, instead of family, I could have this one say sphere, for instance, like sphere of influence. So it's really neat because you can edit your groups and you can make them so that it's easier to manage all your stuff. If anytime you edit something, make sure you press the save button, bam, and it's saved. Very, very simple. And you can edit the color and all that kind of stuff. When I come to a task list, this is for my task manager. Motivation list. I think this one's super important because let's face it, people aren't doing real estate without a motivation, right? What's the motivation? Well, it's things like this. It's downsizing, divorce, marriage, having a baby, empty nester, health, kids moving back in, elderly parents moving back in, all sorts of different stuff. But by asking people's motivation, you can filter by it, and it lets you know whether or not they're a real customer, which then you can set a priority. What this priority list is it's actually a color code list. So it allows you to actually sort your list by the hot ones, which are red, or medium, green, or blue, low. So pretty cool. You can sort your lists. So, and then of course you've got your status list as well, so you know whether they're prospects or they're an actual customer or so on and so forth, or closed customer or that kind of stuff, so you can sort. So lastly, let's go ahead and look at filters. On the far right-hand side, and it's the same thing with other screens in our system, like the Properties tab and all, you can actually click on this little plus symbol and look at all these cool filters. So let's go ahead and filter by groups. If I click on groups, and then I filter by, for instance, all my buyers, okay, and I press go, bam, it lets me know all my buyers that I'm currently working with. So create groups for whatever you want. So let's say I'm farming a neighborhood and I've got prospects from it. I'm going to click on farming, press go, and that'll show me anyone that I have in that group. Of course, I didn't do that one, but it just shows you that you can filter by friends, whatever you like. Motive, this is a cool one. So you can see, you know what, I want to see all my investors. And press go, make sure that's all. And now, if I had anyone there, obviously I don't, first-time buyers. So whatever, there it is. So I've got a first-time buyer. So whatever I've got for their motivation, you can filter there. One of the ones I probably use the most is my priorities because I really like to know my hots. So if you filter by hot, for instance, I press go, it's going to show me all the ones that I've marked as hot. So these filters can be very, very helpful. The last filter that I want to show is that you can type in and press go, but this is the last one I'd like to show is that when they added, see this, 24 hours, month to date, last 21 days, you can actually filter by that. So anyone that's been added the last 21 days, and then you could even sub-filter it as well, and then when you press go, it creates a filter. So pretty easy, pretty cool, very, very simple, and you know, that is part one of our task manager. Stay tuned because part two will actually show when you click to edit all the neat things that you can do with your tasks.
I hope you enjoyed today's video, and thanks for staying to the end. Remember, you can contact the loan officer that set you up in agent marketing for all these tools. Happy prospecting.